I try not to be on no foo-foo shit because I understand at the end of the day, and I just jumped on this, y'all, so mind, body, next. I try not to be on no foo shit, and I try to be genuine with everybody and be 100% real because only I understand the laws of karmatic energy. I understand what we sow, what we reap, what we give out, what we see back. And it took me firsthand to experience a lot of shit. Like I say, there's a lot of shit that goes on in my life right now to this day. A lot of shit that I'm suffering from, I'm going through. And I won't even say suffering from. I'm going to say I'm going through a lot of fucked up seeds I planted back then. And I'm embracing them now with gratitude. You know what I'm saying? Because I did some fuck shit in the past and I had to reap it. That's why I say I feel like a lot of people, by me having a very good spirit of being very intelligent young man, very quiet, I keep off to my, I don't do nothing wrong. Since I've been in housing, I haven't been doing nothing wrong. I have people at my house. I don't have drugs, weapons. I don't have none of that shit in my house. I don't bring nothing into my crib. That ain't supposed to be. Like I said, I done smoked a little weed in there before. I'm going to be honest. Smoked a little weed here and there inside my apartment. But since I've been in my apartment, I've been pretty much kind of obeying by the rules. And for some reason, I just get weird energy from even the staff. And see, when you get weird energy, not just from the people that stay there, but from the staff, that's when you become worried. And then you asking yourself, these motherfuckers got keys to my house. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, like I told you, I had a dream before. It was probably about 2 months ago. I wrote the dream down. I don't know what I did, but I had wrote it down. And inside the dream, inside my dream, I had a blanket on my bed. But inside the dream, and this is how the dream interpreted it. You know what I'm saying? Because I interpret dreams. Because sometimes dreams will come out opposite, but it has an interpretation in it. So it can get you to understand. Or sometimes dreams can be straight out, outright, just truthful, and give you the full picture. But that might shock you because it's like a straight vision to shock you. This is what's going to happen, and you need to. So sometimes it try to wiggle its way into not scaring you. So the universe will show you things, but it'll try to show you in metaphors. Because visions show you vivid. Like I've been given visions where I done seen shit from right then and there. Like it showed me the whole exact picture what's gonna happen. About 2 hours, hours later, that vision I had, that whole thing happened. It happened exactly how I seen it. But then there's some things I have visions where it might not happen exactly like it, but it's symbolatry. So in the dream, I'm in my bedroom. This is a true story. I have a weapon in my hand, a firearm. Now, for some reason, me being who I am, I would never bring a weapon over there. Why would I have a weapon? I don't have any issues out here. I don't sell drugs. Not a gangster, not a thug. I don't live a street life. I understand everybody still need weapons to protect themselves. The only thing I keep on me that's a weapon is a pocket knife. You know what I'm saying? But don't have weapons or nothing. Don't sell drugs or something. So I'm saying, why the fuck I got the gun for? Don't know. But anyway, inside my dream, I put the pistol underneath my blanket that's on my bed. I put it underneath the blanket. But when I did that, it was still visibly showing. So in the dream, one of the staffs came inside my room. I don't know what they came in my room for, but it's vivid as yesterday. And I remember seeing the pistol hanging out from under the blanket. So I said, push the pistol back in there. And I got to thinking to myself, what's that about? To make a long story short, when I came up from the dream, I said, why would I have a gun in my room? Why would I put a gun in my room? Knowing people come in my room, why would I do this? Why would I do that? And then spirits say, no, interpretation. Because I said, that's a weird-ass dream. And so I thought to myself, maybe I'm going to run across a fire. I don't know. You know, you have dreams like that. You question shit like that. Why did I have a dream like that? I think I realized that dreams are messages. They ain't just something you have and it's just coincidental like the white man or any, like society taught that. It's just a dream. Maybe it's just something you watch before you went to bed. No, everything has a message. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing with a weapon. Because I like shit. You know me, one thing about me, I know, you know what I'm saying? One thing about me, I'm very in tune. I know I'm protected. I even made a song when I said, in one of my songs, I said, I'm divinely protected in spiritual realms, so physical weapons really don't use them. I said, I'm divinely protected in the spiritual realms, so physical weapons really don't use them. When I said that, I realized, but anyway, I'm trying to make the dream make sense, and the dream start making sense. It was starting saying, stop in your room when you're not there. Be careful. Somebody might try to plant something on you. And I said, why would they do that? And the spirit says, people over there, including the staff, is jealous of your high vibrating spirit. They becoming very curious of you because you're quiet, you keep to yourself. And the reason that is because they're not used to seeing people like you. They wonder where you come from. You got a different spirit. You got a different vibration. You mind your own business. You're very talented. You do your own music. You write your own books. You do a lot of amazing shit. A lot of young black men my age don't do. You do a lot of amazing shit. So you give out a different vibration. To people that's full of toxic energy, they look at it like you're doing something wrong or something, or you up to something. And in reality, you just keep it to yourself, working on yourself. But they toxic people, so they can only get a toxic understanding of what's going on with you. And a toxic person will never think anything positive because they toxic. So instead of them saying, maybe he just want to keep to himself and mind his business and get on his feet, just leave him alone. No, toxic people going to make all types of accusations of why you're quiet. He's quiet because of this. He's quiet because of this. He keep to himself because of this. It doesn't matter what fucking reason it is that I keep to myself or I'm quiet. Just know that I'm not starting trouble around there. I'm not bothering anybody, and I'm not breaking any fucking rules on housing. Minding my business. I don't have people at my house. And if I do make a little income, I always let my case manager know if I stumble across some income or something like that. I got a little income coming in when I was working at the little whatchamacallit for a while, but that wasn't permanent. It was just temporary for the rodeo. So she said, you ain't got to really report that. If you're making a couple dollars, that's cool. But you ain't got to report that if you don't have a steady schedule and you're not bringing in paychecks consistently. But if you get like an actual job and you making an actual payment, you making money, then you got to start reporting that, because now it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I said, since I've been very honest with everything. Mind my business, but it seems like the last few weeks I've been going in my room. I go in my room. People, the last few weeks, maintenance man's been coming in my room. I understand it's that time of year for maintenance man coming in to do work, fix on shit. But a couple weeks ago, my blind was broken. About 2 weeks ago. Now, I'm the type of person, I pay attention to what you say. I asked this Jose character, I said, hey, bro, can you please fix this blind for me? And I don't know, maybe some people take it that I'm barking orders. I'm not barking orders, bro. I'm asking. Because I understand some people how some people perceive it. But he took his time. He didn't come back and do it right then and that day. So I said, maybe he's busy, leave him alone. So I eventually put the damn blind back up to myself, because he's the one that knocked it down and broke it all together. Because at first it just needed to be changed. So I said, let me put this back up here. Then I said, I need to get him to come back up here and change this, because I don't want the housing authority to think that I broke their stuff and they charged me for it. So I told myself, no, bro, you got to come up there and fix this. So I was like, why he won't come up here? Because most of the time I don't leave until about 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon if I don't have nothing to do in the rising. If I don't have nothing to do early in the rising, if I'm not going to do my early outside activities, do my exercise, I take my early rising walks or go out here to do my early activities, I'm pretty much off into the house until about 12, 1. I like to come out around that time because it gets like perfect time. Because between that time, like I say, I wake up about 6 o'clock in the rise. From 6 o'clock to about 11, I'm in the house working out, meditating, reading. That's my study hours. That's my building up my mental hours, building up my energy hours. Then I come out the house. One thing I do know, I'm being timed by them people. They watching everything. Because see, one thing about me, I have a schedule. So now I understand they watching my schedule. So I get to realizing, I said, he didn't come in my apartment till I left, because he's waiting till you to leave. They're going to your apartment to put the blinds up. Well, he could just come up there now while you there, so you won't have to think anything. But let me go up there now and change it while he there. So it's a reason why you waited so long, because you waiting for me not to be there to go up there, so he can give you time to look around and do some shit that you ain't got no other business doing in my apartment. Oh, let's just disguise like we changing the blinds, but we're going to use that as an excuse why we in this apartment. Really, we in here looking around. Really, we in here trying to plant something in here. I don't trust the motherfucking maintenance man. I don't trust the housing manager, because she give off a funny ass energy. Every time I come outside and I walk and I look at her, she'll turn her back towards me. She don't think I see it. I see it all the time. She's standing across the street. Like earlier when I walked down the staircase, she was standing across the street looking at me. I was coming down the staircase. What the fuck is she doing all the way over there across the street looking? Like they up to something. I said, that weird. I said, this new manager, what's her name? Ann? I said, that's an oddball lady. That lady right there, she's odd as hell, bro. She give off an odd energy. And I told Miss Jordan about the lady before I even talked to the lady. I said, that lady right there seemed like something that's off with her. I said, she got a funny off energy. I told Miss Jordan that. Miss Jordan's like, oh, maybe it's just your man. No, she does give off a funny energy. She said, well, talk to Miss Ann. I said, well, okay, I'll talk to her about the issue, but I don't think she's going to hear me out. She said, just talk to her. And then when she came in there, I told her about the issue. She said, well, maybe. I said, did I just tell you that? I said, I can read her energy. I said, when she first got here and I walked out the door, she got to turn her shoulder again. When people do that, it's a person that don't like you or you agitated. They agitated by your appearance. or your presence. Somebody said, well, hell, she agitated by me. What makes you think the lady gonna want to help me out? She probably glad that I'm being agitated because she's agitated by my presence. So she said, well, hell, let him be agitated because I'm agitated by him just being here. That's the power of the spirit. When you have the spirit of God in you, you can agitate people's demons just by doing the right thing. You ain't doing nothing wrong. So sometimes when you're not doing nothing wrong and people agitated by you, you ain't doing nothing wrong, they got to try to make up something wrong you do or plant something on you so it can justify their wickedness. That's why I say I'm watching y'all over there at that place. I don't trust none of you motherfuckers over there. And I'm gonna let you know if you ever come to my apartment when I ain't there and fuck with my stuff or anything like that, bro, I know what lawsuits are. I won one. For y'all that wondering why you get all that income at, lawsuits. For people fucking with me that think I don't know my rights. I know my rights, stop fucking with me. Cause I remember an old head years ago told me, young blood, you need to study law. And I got to think to myself, why would he tell me to study law? Spirit said, you're going to be unjustified. People going to do you so unjustifiable. You're going to get most of your finances from lawsuits. And people going to do you bad when you get older. You like, one thing about me, I don't bother nobody. Keep to myself. Like I told the lady earlier, she kept saying, are you depressed? Are you depressed because you stay to yourself a little? I said, well, ain't shit depressed about me. I like to stay to myself. I've been to myself all my life. No matter what situation that you want to bring up now, and you want to try to paint a picture, this is the reason why they ain't got shit to do with it. I've been like this all my motherfucking life. Ain't got nothing to do with that. I just like to be by myself. And the reason is because of what I got to talk about today, how people acting towards me. That's why I stay to my fucking self, because people are funny people. I'm not the type of nigga that just go lay down with a woman because she got a vagina. If the bitch acting funny, I don't want to be next to the bitch. Excuse my language, y'all. But I don't want to be like these niggas. These niggas nowadays, you can open their legs and they'll sleep with anything. See, me, I got a strong mind, so a woman can't make me feel no type of way. Can't nobody make me feel no type of way. I can walk in your presence quiet as a bitch, and I can make you feel some type of way about yourself. That means I got more power than you. When you got to do some shit to make me feel some type of way, you got to alter shit. You got to try to plan shit. You got to try to plot shit. I want to tell people, me and you different. All of us are different. We're not the same. If you got to do some extra shit to try to bring the same feeling back, or if you got to do some extra shit to try to bring about the same emotion in me that I can bring in you out naturally without saying a motherfucking word. That's not me doing, that's God doing that. Your agitation that you feel, God is doing that to you through me. It's something in you that God wants you to change or look at. Gossip and toxic people. And I realize I only have a problem when I get around toxic people. I don't have a problem around people that got good energy like I do. I don't have a problem with them. Those are motivators. When I go around people that's gossipers and shit like that, it's a problem. Why? Because I'm not gossiping with them. So they understand if I'm not gossiping with them, I'm against that. So they feel like, well, if he ain't in the huddle gossiping with us, we'll make his ass a part of a topic of a gossip. That's how toxic people think. You either join us or you'll be the topic of our conversation. Well, fuck it, let me be the topic then. Talk about me, motherfucker. Talk about me all you want. I'm okay with that. That's how I get my creativity. That's how I do my music. I do my music through the hate I get. I write my books and shit through the hate I get. It motivates me. Don't fucking deteriorate me. It might deteriorate y'all. Don't deteriorate me. If you listen to my music, you're going to feel my pain in all my lyrics because it's real shit. And the hate that I get on a daily basis motivates me to drop that real shit. Alchemy. Peace.